Have you ever stopped to wonder why your life feels harder than it should be? Despite all your effort and dedication, it's as if something invisible is constantly holding you back. Here's a truth we often overlook. It's not the external challenges that weigh us down the most, but the people around us. In today's video, I'm going to reveal the 8 types of people who don't deserve your help, those who drain your energy, sabotage your confidence, and even worse, trap you in toxic cycles. Stick around until the end because the last type might be closer to you than you realize, quietly slipping under the radar. Let's go. The Constant Beggar. Do you know that friend who only reaches out when they need something, as if you're their personal problem solver? They show up with urgent requests, appealing to your generosity and kindness. At first, you feel good about helping. After all, isn't it right to support those in need? But quickly, a pattern starts to emerge. Your help is never enough. These people always have a new problem, a fresh crisis that only you can fix, whether it's emotional, financial, or something practical. Every interaction becomes transactional. You're constantly giving, and they're constantly taking. And when you need help? Silence. They vanish, or come up with excuses to avoid being there for you, exposing the truth that the relationship is completely one-sided. Over time, this so-called friendship becomes exhausting and emotionally draining. You start to realize there's never an end to their demands. Solve one problem, and they immediately present another. This imbalance creates a psychological burden, making you feel like you're always in debt to them, even when you shouldn't be. And the worst part? These people don't value your help. To them, it's expected, almost automatic. People like this need to learn to take responsibility for their own challenges, and that will only happen when you stop carrying their burdens for them. Remember, helping is an act of kindness, but being exploited is a choice. Have you experienced this? You probably already know who the constant beggar is in your life. It's time to take a stand and start saying, enough. The Envious One. The envious person is someone who uses subtlety as their weapon. They will never openly admit their jealousy, but their words and actions reveal far more than they intend. At first glance, they may seem supportive. With a smile on their face, they'll say things like, "Congratulations on your promotion," or, "That's great that your project worked out. I just hope you can keep up the pace." These phrases, disguised as concern, are strategic attempts to undermine your confidence and plant seeds of doubt about your own achievements. These people live in a constant internal conflict. They admire what you've accomplished but can't handle the fact that you're doing well. Instead of using your progress as inspiration to grow, they try to dim the light of your success. They feed off your insecurities, turning every moment of triumph into an opportunity to cast a shadow over you. This behavior can be so subtle that at first you don't notice its negative impact. But over time, these small insinuations start to chip away at your self-esteem. The envious one doesn't just question your achievements, they go out of their way to minimize your efforts. Here's the truth they don't want to acknowledge. Your success is the result of your hard work, your dedication, and your abilities. No one has the right to diminish that. When you recognize these attitudes, avoid sharing your achievements or future plans with such people. Don't give them the power to influence your thoughts or decisions. Remember, if someone can't celebrate your success, it's a reflection of their own feelings, not of your worth. Your accomplishments are valid, they are yours, and they deserve to be celebrated, by you and by those who truly wish you well. The negativity spreader. Do you know someone who turns every conversation into a parade of complaints? The negativity spreader is that person who seems to carry a storm cloud wherever they go. To them, nothing is ever good. Work is a problem. The people around them are always at fault. And life never offers a reason for optimism. It's as if they're on a mission to highlight everything that's wrong in the world, completely ignoring anything that could be a source of joy. Now imagine sharing something that excites you, a project, a dream, or even a small accomplishment. Instead of hearing words of encouragement, you're met with a bucket of cold water. That's never going to work. Or, have you thought about everything that could go wrong? This constant negativity starts to chip away at your enthusiasm. Even if you were confident that something was possible, the negativity spreader's comments plant doubts that weren't there before. The real danger with this type of person is that their heavy energy is indeed contagious. The more time you spend with someone like this, the more you absorb their pessimistic outlook on life. Gradually, you may find yourself viewing your own plans with skepticism, as if failure is inevitable. The optimism that once drove you forward is replaced by hesitation, and your dreams start to feel out of reach. But here's the truth. The negativity spreader doesn't reflect the reality of the world or of you. They reflect their own inability to see possibilities. For them, giving up feels safer than trying and risking failure. It's a defense mechanism they project onto you to justify their own lack of initiative. If you want to move forward in life, you need to recognize this behavior and limit the influence it has on you. Remember, the negativity spreader only has power over you if you allow it. Protect your enthusiasm, because it is the fuel that will take you where you want to go. The Disguised Manipulator. The Disguised Manipulator is perhaps one of the hardest types to identify because they don't present themselves as a threat. On the contrary, they position themselves as an ally, someone who seems genuinely concerned about your well-being. At first, everything appears to be about support and friendly advice, but over time, you start to notice that their intentions were never as pure as they seemed. These individuals operate subtly, with a clear objective, to make you doubt your own decisions and eventually depend on their approval. It's a calculated psychological game where every word is chosen to plant uncertainties and shape your choices in a way that serves their interests. Manipulators are also masters at exploiting your vulnerabilities. They know exactly where you feel insecure and won't hesitate to use that to their advantage. For example, if you have a fear of failure, they might subtly reinforce that fear with comments like, "Are you sure you're ready for this? It might be too risky." Gradually, you find yourself constantly seeking their validation before making any significant decisions. This creates a cycle that traps you in a state of emotional dependence, leaving you increasingly exhausted and confused about what you truly want. The real danger here is that a manipulator's actions can go unnoticed for a long time. They don't attack directly, they control indirectly. This constant manipulation erodes your self-confidence, making you feel incapable of making decisions on your own. By the time you realize the impact, you may have already missed important opportunities or even distanced yourself from healthier relationships. The good news is that recognizing the manipulator is the first step to taking back control. Start paying attention to how you feel after interacting with this person. If you often leave conversations doubting your choices or feeling like you need to prove something, it's a red flag. Set clear boundaries and reclaim your emotional autonomy. Remember, no one should have more control over your life than you. Your dreams, your decisions, and your path belong solely to you. A true friend supports and encourages, while a manipulator tries to mold you to serve their own interests. Identifying this difference is essential to protect your peace and ensure you're living in alignment with what truly matters to you. The Drama Seeker. We've all had someone like this in our lives at some point. The drama seeker is like a soap opera writer, turning even the smallest issue into a front-page scandal. A minor disagreement becomes an epic confrontation, a simple delay is the end of the world, and every little situation is blown out of proportion into a major catastrophe. These people thrive in chaos, and for them, drama isn't just a habit, it's an emotional necessity. It's as if they need a constant stage, and for their show to go on, they require you as part of the audience, or worse, as one of the main characters. Interacting with a drama seeker can be draining. They're constantly seeking your attention to vent, complain, or often seek validation for their exaggerated interpretations of events. What begins as a request for help quickly spirals into an emotional storm. And the result? You find yourself trapped in a cycle of tensions that aren't even yours. The most frustrating part is that no matter how much you try to help, they rarely want to solve the problem. Drama is their solution, as it feeds the dynamic they've built throughout their lives. The biggest trap of engaging with a drama seeker is that without realizing it, you may start absorbing the anxiety and stress they create. While you're trying to calm the waters or find a logical solution, they're already preparing the next episode of their soap opera. Your energy and focus get drained into unnecessary conflicts, pulling you away from your own priorities and stealing your peace of mind. But here's the secret. The drama seeker doesn't want solutions. They want attention. When you refuse to participate in their theatrics, you'll notice that their dramatic energy quickly loses its power. The best strategy for dealing with these people is to set clear boundaries. You are not obligated to be an audience for someone else's drama, much less an unwilling character in a story you didn't choose to be part of. Your peace of mind is a precious asset, and protecting it is vital for your emotional well-being. Choose to observe the drama from a distance without stepping onto the stage. The less attention you give to their performance, the faster it loses relevance, and you regain control of what truly matters in your life. The ghost friend. The ghost friend is that person who's always ready to celebrate the joyful moments in your life. Parties, promotions, achievements, or any event filled with fun and lightness. But when times get tough, when you truly need emotional support, they vanish like a specter. It's as if there's an invisible contract in this friendship, where their presence is strictly limited to convenient moments, free of any emotional depth. At first, you might brush off their absence during important times, convincing yourself they were busy or distracted. But over time, the pattern becomes undeniable. This friend is never available when you need a helping hand or just someone to listen. The ghost friend always has an excuse, or sometimes no response at all. Maintaining a friendship like this is emotionally draining. That emotional void becomes even more apparent when you compare this shallow connection to genuine friendships, where mutual support and understanding come naturally. The worst part? Investing energy in this type of person diverts your attention and effort away from relationships that could truly bring value to your life. Remember, true friendships are built on mutual support, celebration, and understanding. When you focus your time and energy on the right people, you'll discover the power of having a circle of trust around you. If the ghost friend can't be there for every chapter of your life, perhaps it's time to let them fade out of your story and focus on connections that genuinely matter. The opportunist. Chances are you have an opportunist in your life. This is the person who at first glance seems to be your biggest fan. They shower you with exaggerated compliments, highlight your qualities at every opportunity, and even go out of their way to publicly show how much they admire you. But if you look closer, you'll see that these compliments come with a price. In reality, everything they do is driven by what they can gain in return, whether it's access to your achievements, connections, or benefits you might provide. These people are skilled at manipulating with words. They'll say things like, "I've never met someone as talented as you," or "Everything just works out perfectly with you." But these phrases often come attached to requests or favors. Their focus isn't on who you are as a person, but on what you can offer them. At first, this attention may feel flattering, but over time, it becomes clear that the relationship is entirely transactional. The real problem arises when you no longer have anything to offer, or simply choose not to meet their expectations. That's when the opportunist disappears without a trace, moving on to someone more convenient to fulfill their needs. Relationships based solely on self-interest are like sandcastles, fragile and destined to crumble. You'll never find genuine support or reciprocity in such a connection because, deep down, the opportunist isn't investing in you as a person but in the advantages you can provide. The solution? Recognize these patterns before they lead to more frustration. When compliments feel over the top and are quickly followed by requests or expectations, take it as a red flag. Invest your time in authentic connections with people who celebrate your achievements without expecting anything in return. Those who stand by you in both victories and challenges. When you surround yourself with genuine people, you'll discover that relationships have the power to nurture, support, and inspire you, never to drain you. The fake friend. The fake friend is undoubtedly the most dangerous type of person you can have around. They don't just hide their true intentions. They present themselves as someone trustworthy, loyal, and even protective. At first, they may seem like one of the best people in your life, the one who offers advice, shows support, and appears genuinely interested in your well-being. But all of this is nothing more than a carefully constructed facade designed to earn your trust, and with it, access to your secrets, achievements, and vulnerabilities. Behind this friendly mask, the fake friend operates as a silent saboteur. They might spread rumors about you, distort information you shared in confidence, or even directly interfere with your opportunities. Often, their behavior is subtle, making it difficult to immediately identify their toxic actions. It usually starts with small comments here and there, but over time, the impact becomes clear, affecting your reputation, your relationships, and even your accomplishments. Recognizing a fake friend is not easy, as they are masters of manipulation and deception. They know how to appear supportive and be there at the right moments, reinforcing the illusion that they're on your side. But as time goes on, the cracks begin to show. Malicious comments disguised as jokes, the betrayal of secrets you shared, and in some cases, a constant feeling that something is off, even if you can't quite put your finger on it. Your intuition is your greatest ally here. If someone in your life seems too good to be true, or frequently makes you feel uneasy with their words or actions, pay attention. Not everyone who approaches you is rooting for your success. The fake friend draws close because they see something in you that they want for themselves, be it your connections, your energy, or your accomplishments. And they will do whatever it takes to benefit from it. To deal with this type of person, the key is to limit their access to your life. Don't share sensitive information with someone you don't fully trust, and watch carefully how they respond to your achievements and challenges. Remember, distance yourself from the fake friend without guilt, because in doing so, you're protecting your peace, your emotional well-being, and above all, your confidence in yourself and others. Not everyone deserves a place in your life, and identifying those who aren't truly on your side is an essential step towards surrounding yourself with genuine, supportive relationships. Now that you know the 8 types of people who don't deserve your help, you might be reflecting on the people in your life. It's normal to realize that some relationships may be draining you more than they're supporting you. The good news? You have the power to change that. Recognizing these toxic behaviors is the first step to freeing yourself from negative influences and creating an environment that supports your growth, peace, and happiness. Your energy and time are precious resources. Spending them on people who discourage, manipulate, or drain your motivation only makes it harder to reach your goals. Choosing who you share your life with isn't selfish, it's self-care. And when you start saying no to the people who hold you back, you open up space for relationships that truly matter, those built on mutual support, respect, and a genuine desire to see each other grow. Don't let anyone make you doubt your worth. You deserve to be surrounded by people who believe in you, celebrate your victories, and help you overcome challenges. And if that means stepping away from those who don't add value to your life, so be it. Because at the end of the day, your journey is about living with purpose and meaning, and that starts with the choices you make about who stays by your side. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever dealt with any of these types of people? What was your experience? Share your story in the comments below. And if this content was helpful for you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Thank you for sticking with me until the end. I'll see you in the next video.